Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is our interview series, and we are now interviewing Dr. Brad Cloud, our Deputy Director, who's retiring after 30 years of service. And Brad and I mean, you and I go back to the 1980s. I've jokingly said that, we both married women that are a couple years older than us. Both of our wives are retired.
Both are social workers.
Both are social workers, worked in the department. We live less than half a mile apart from each other, and we have worked so many projects together. We have really been, friends, co-workers, supportive of each other. And I just wanted to just give you an opportunity to talk about, the depth and breadth of your career and just messages you want to leave for the staff today.
Well, thank you. Frankly, it feels a little bit weird to be sitting here having this conversation because it kind of doesn't feel real yet. I've always said I do feel inside. I still feel like I'm about 16 years old. Although I am 58 years old. We both just turned 58. We're about like a month apart.
Yeah, a little less than that.
A little less than that, and so I feel. Very lucky to be able to retire at such a young age and to still be happy and healthy, and to be able to go on to some other challenges in life. The last, I think, couple years have been time for me really to kind of reflect on what's happened in this 30-year career. And of course, I worked before that doing other kinds of things, but now I'm kind of coming to the end of that all, and it really has been an amazing trip that was just filled with one discovery after another.
Do you want to give us any tidbit of something that really stands out to you of this hallmark career?
Well, some of the things that I think really stand out for me are, I met my wife here, and I sort of never saw that coming, and that was very life-changing. We worked together for the biggest part of our careers, probably 27 of the 30 years. I've worked with her, and I've never planned to do that in my life. Many people, will say things, and maybe people said the same thing to you back when Peg was working here, but what's it like to work at the same place? That must be hard. You spend all day together, I loved it. I kind of miss it. That's part of what I'm looking forward to in retirement, is being able to spend my days with her. But I think the recovery movement has been something that has just been, it's just redefined, I think, the way we do our work. Seeing peers in the workplace, having a consumer family learning center, which now, you and I have had the privilege to work next door to for 3 years, and to have daily contact with people in recovery. And that's just constantly a source of inspiration. That I think, that is probably the kind of the big takeaway that I will take from it all. I really went to school to learn techniques and technologies and things like that, and I think my experience was really just about the humanity. Is really what's more important. Relationships, caring, knowing people, being encouraging, being supportive. Those are the things that I think really make the big difference in our world.
So it's funny because you've worked in children's when it just started, when children's was smaller than a team. You've been a forensic psychologist. I still turn to you when I have questions about forensics because that historic expertise and knowledge. We sent you to go look at the potential state hospital build in Paso Robles because of that knowledge. Supervisor, and not just a supervisor of a team, but you've supervised and mentored many people, the psychologist program, which you have been the anchor psychologist to for many years, and pick up the check on the lunches in their graduation. And of course, the administrator, you and I worked parallel for many years. And then I got to work right down the hall from you for many years as the deputy to oversee these last 3 years. It feels like 15 probably to both of us, given how many things are going on. But what a span of career. What an opportunity to work at the different levels. And as you've grown up, what I've seen is that ability to influence more and more systems. So as you leave, you've got a great fingerprint on so many things here, and we will miss you greatly. Do you have any final comments you want to say to your department and whoever else we ship this to in the future?
I think, there are a couple of things I want to say. First of all, I think several years ago, I think you and I sort of made a pact of sorts that we were going to work together the rest of our careers. And it has been really great working with you. I've learned many things. And all your little sayings, which, are on the surface are sayings, but are really meaningful things. One of the things that I was thinking about today really was slow is smooth and smooth is fast. I remember you learning that and then passing that on to me and a lot of us. And I think that's really a meaningful statement. I think it's something that I think about for the department and our future. We are moving really fast. And one of the things that I hope for us is that I hope we learn to kind of slow it down a little bit so that we can be smooth, because I think that is what enables us to be fast, is to be smooth. I think the other thing that I am really impressed by in my life is the power of hope. Something I would have seriously underestimated when I was a young man. I thought everything was going to be about what tests I could give people or what therapeutic techniques it was going to be. And I think what I've really discovered along the way is nobody accomplishes anything without it starting with hope, whether it's somebody that had hope for you or you had hope for yourself. And all great accomplishments come from hopefulness. And I've seen how it changes lives when we're hopeful for people, and that leads to us doing things that make great stuff happen in people's lives. And it just feels like it's been kind of a great and surprising lesson to me. So I say be a carrier of hope, and still remember to let yourself be infected by hope. Let it change you. Let it make you feel hopeful about yourself, your career, your life, the people that you work with, and then stand back and watch as it changes the people around you. Watch how other people change lives with their hope as well. Those are the things that I really kind of hope for. I think we're a great organization. We're good people who do good things, and there is really a whole lot more exciting good things to come. And I will be watching from the sidelines in cozy home in Montana, and knowing and seeing our department continue to make our community a safer, happier, better place to be.
Well, I think I'll wrap up by saying confidant, coworker, friend, and mentor, thank you.
Thank you.